Good evening everybody, I'm Fictional Crystals, and we're going back to the 80s. Once again, we're going to be looking at the similarities and references between Voltron 1984 and Voltron 2016, because I certainly saw a few things in Voltron Legendary Defender Season 4 that reminded me of 80s Voltron. For everyone who doesn't know, Voltron Legendary Defender is a reboot/reimagining of an 80s show called Voltron Defender of the Universe. It gets a little more complicated than that though. Voltron Defender of the Universe was released in the USA in 1984. Defender of the Universe is a censored, edited, dubbed over, and just generally changed version of two animes, primarily King GoLion, though there were a few parts from Armored Fleet Dialogue 15 too. Legendary Defender takes elements from both GoLion and Defender of the Universe. It respects its origins while managing to keep the story fresh and new. Joaquim dos Santos and Lord Montgomery take what they remember from the original, not necessarily what happened. There are things that got left in the 80s and things that got brought over. For instance, Keith, Lance, Hunk, Pidge, Lore, and Kran's names are from Defender of the Universe. So are Zarkon and Haggar's. But Haggar's other name, Honerva, along with Syndic and Shira's names, are from GoLion. Voltron Legendary Defender Season 4 showed us Haggar staring at her reflection. She didn't see Haggar staring back at her though. It was Honerva. Altans are able to shapeshift and change color. She's no exclusion to this. She transformed to her old self. Haggar in Defender of the Universe had a similar story to the one she has now, except nowhere near as intricate. Haggar used to be good and beautiful, until she met Zarkon.
I was beautiful, then I met Zarkon. He said I was pretty and told me pretty lies. He did this.
She fell for him and ended up becoming the way she is in Defender of the Universe. Sometimes Haggar's old self would push through.
It's time for me to take control of you now.
She enjoyed transforming into a form similar to her old self. Not quite the full-on blonde as when she was younger, but not the completely evil look of her in Defender of the Universe. This is the equivalent to young Honerva. This is the equivalent to mid-transformation. And this is the equivalent to complete Haggar. The antagonists in Season 4 were the ones that paralleled their counterparts the most. Lotor's always had some girl power. Of course there was his harem in the 80s, but I'm talking about Queen Merla. Lotor's ex-generals in Legendary Defender each have a trait of Merla's. Ezor has Merla's hairstyle, except it's not really hair for Ezor. Axca has Merla's lipstick, and general facial features, such as same ears and eyes. Zetrid has Merla's drive, and Narti had Merla's ability to take over people's minds, along with an animal friend.
You must give in to my will. Don't fight it.
Merla put her trust in Lotor, much like Axca. Then some stuff happened, and she, along with the generals, left him willingly. With the comet Lotor made Voltron get from another reality, he created two comet ships and one that's still in the works. They're made of the same material as Voltron. They can survive the journey between realities. Theoretically, they could do the same things, or at least similar, as what Voltron can do, which would include combining. In Defender of the Universe, Lotor did have his own 5 ships that could combine into one.
See what my robies can do.
We'll see what happens with these ones. Lotor calls his comet ships Sincline ships. Sincline was actually Lotor's name in King GoLion. Lotor cloned himself in the original. He doesn't appear to have done so in the new version, though there are definitely other clones. Zarkon was very old in Defender of the Universe too. He needed, and still needs, special things to keep himself alive. His memory could only go back 1,000 years.
You forget when I was as beautiful as young Merla.
Because my memory only goes back 1,000 years.
Now both him and Haggar have some memory troubles.
How could I have forgotten?
Zarkon's counterpart in GoLion was defeated after he became a giant version of himself. The name of this episode in Defender of the Universe is Zarkon becomes a robeast. In Legendary Defender, the same thing happened at the end of Season 2. He lived but was badly hurt. Lastly, at the end of Season 4, we find out that Lotor wants to discuss with Team Voltron. He wants to form an alliance with them, because he knows it will benefit him. Their goals line up with his. They both want Zarkon gone, and always have. Zarkon wants them gone too. In the original, when Lotor's goals lined up with Team Voltron's, he would help. He did briefly join the team, though unfortunately he betrayed them not long after. We'll have to find out if he does the same in Legendary Defender. I've already made 3 videos before on the similarities between 80s Voltron and current, yet there's still probably things that I've forgotten. So if you guys know any more similarities, feel free to put them in the comments. But anyway, thanks for watching and Rapidsa.
Defenders of the Universe, huh? That's got a nice ring to it.